Crystal sourcing. When you get crystals, are they from an ethical source or were they ethically acquired? That's a question that sometimes comes up, and I find it very interesting because it's a kind of a who is without guilt cast the first stone. Maybe if you're vegan and you don't use leather belts and you live a completely sustainable lifestyle and your carbon footprint is nil, then I can understand that you're on a different level. But most of us, by our mere existence, either through the food we eat or the lifestyle we have, or any number of different reasons, we do not tread on the earth as lightly as maybe we should, or as maybe some of the traditional societies, indigenous cultures did. And I'm not trying to romanticize, but I am trying to actually be very real. And when people ask me, for example, this fabulous Selenite desert rose, it is a floater, so wherever it did come from, it's not broken off of anything, and that's kind of cool. And I believe these are found on riverbeds or in the desert. And so, you could just walk by and pick them up. There are lots of cool crystals that show up that way. However, most of the crystals that people get are acquired through mining, and that might involve dynamite and bulldozers and pickaxes, and we have no way of knowing whose hands they've passed through or what labor or how well compensated that labor was, which was involved in extracting the stones from the earth. So unfortunately, we are unable to provide a flawless pedigree on most of the crystals that we have. And what I choose to do is, instead of scrutinizing or trying to imagine, because honestly it's not that possible to find out on just about every crystal that comes across your eyes, either online or in person, you're probably not going to find out exactly where it comes from or how it was acquired. So your best bet is to trust the person you're buying from, and to also trust the vibe of the stone that you've got itself, because ultimately the good, the end outcome, is the energy from the crystal that you receive once you acquire it yourself. And if you feel like that's got all kinds of gunk from either the sourcing or the seller or other people who have handled it, you're certainly welcome to cleanse it and give it a fresh start. I don't tend to advocate cleansing, but I certainly believe that if you can forgive the sourcing of a crystal and let it start a new life in your possession, that you're probably going to be a lot more sane than trying to beat yourself up about where it may have come from and under what circumstances it was extracted from the ground. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about crystal sourcing and whether or not, or how to think about the ethical acquisition of crystals. I'm Kyle of crystalconcentrics.com. You can always email me, KYLE, at crystalconcentrics.com. Thanks.